Hello, YouTube and Dizzians of the world. Today will be another question and answer phase from me, Lord 17C, or as some people know me, Bob. I only got one question on my Q&A video, probably because I only gave it a few days, may put it up at a bad time frame, but I felt I needed to get one of these out. So the first question comes from Idic Beer 40K. He asked me, what are my top 5 hobby channels? At the moment, I do enjoy Tabletop Minions. I think they have some very good things that we can... He puts out a lot of good data, a lot of good information, and I enjoy his videos. I also like the Advanced Maneuvers. They put out War Machine and Hordes content and put out a good amount of content, and I really enjoy the battle reports that they give. Another one I enjoy, and this is going to be a little self-serving since he asked the question, but Idic Beer with his battle reports and his hobby videos, I do enjoy those as well. As to the others, I'm going to go away from YouTube here. My Twitch picks would have to be Armed Miniatures Painting Services, and then The Art of Mike Disney. Both super awesome guys, really good painters. They're entertaining to watch. If you get a chance, check them out. I've given them shout-outs before in one of my previous shout-out videos. Just check them out and see what you think. The other thing about this, guys, is if you're curious, if you just want to listen to me ramble for a little while and want to get some models painted, built, cleaned, whatever, grab you a cold beverage, hot cup of coffee, let's sit down and you can just listen to me ramble for a bit. So, what's been going on with 40K lately? I've been playing a lot of, well, not a lot of games, but a few games with the Death Guard I've been painting, and I've been putting out my How to Win with Death Guard videos. I'm probably going to have to adopt a video of how to do tactics once you get your models together, because I'm learning as I'm playing that I'm not playing them right. I'm spreading them out too thin, so I can't get some of the synergies going that I want to do. The other bit being, you know, each faction, it seems, within 40K now is starting to get its own playstyle, which is really, really cool. I like models to have their own playstyle, or factions to have their own playstyle. So far, Death Guard appear to be a very slow-moving army that once you get to the enemy, or at least close enough to make all of your models be able to shoot things and everything else, you're going to own them. What I've seen of Space Marines and Imperial Guard is we're going to hold this line and we're going to shoot you the entire time you're moving up on us. If you get to us, you will annihilate us, but we're going to shoot you the entire time you're coming. And other than that, I haven't played a whole lot of 40K other than against Space Marines and Imperial Guard. I was going to try to get a game in against an Eldar player, however, he did not show up today at the shop when I was doing my gaming. But so far with 40K, I have been pleased with what they've been doing as far as the game balance in the codexes I've seen. I looked through the Tyranid Codex a little bit rapidly today. I didn't see anything broken, but the whole thing looks awesome. I mean, as a whole, if you take the Codex as a whole, it looks like they're trying to make each army play a certain play style, and not play one and not play all of them. Like with Space Marines, you used to be able to do everything. From what I've seen, at least with the Codex Marines that are out right now, not the Blood Angels, Death Guard, or I'm sorry, Blood Angels or Dark Angels or Space Wolves, it seems like the main Codex Marines like to bubble around their commander, and for 3 command points, you can reroll all misses. And that is just stupid levels of good in my opinion. The other thing I've noticed with 40K is the models are still doing pretty good. Idic Beer posted a video earlier, I believe today, or yesterday, depending on when this uploads, asking essentially, saying essentially do Necrons need Forge World models to compete? Forge World puts out a lot of cool stuff. Their models are amazing and expensive. You have to buy a rules appendix to just use them in 40K, which is fine if you're going to play that level of 40K where you have those models from Forge World. You need those rules. That's fine. But do you need Forge World models to be competitive? I haven't played Necrons. Nobody I know has played Necrons this edition as far as played against them. Reading their index, I don't know that Forge World has anything to offer them. Again, I haven't looked at the rules, but I don't know what they would have to offer them off the top of the table. So hopefully, I can figure that out, or Idigbir will continue to enlighten us in his continuing series of videos. I would really like to see Forge World models not be required to play, but it looks like if you're going to do anything above for the Imperium or Chaos, a Renegade Knight or an Imperial Knight, anything above that size, if you want one of the Titans, you have to go to Forge World. And then you have to pay for their rules, which is like $15 or something. $15, $20. And then you have to buy the model. A smaller Titan, based off what I've seen of the exchange rate between Forge World, British pound, and US dollars, depending on what you kit it with, you could easily spend $800 on a model. And that's just one model. Now, granted, it's going to be a large chunk of your army, but still, it's just one model. So I don't know. What do y'all think about Forge World models? Should they really be required? Should they be necessary? Or is it just a, hey, I really want a Forge World model and I want to put it on the table. I don't care what it looks like. Because it's the status that goes with that. Is there a status with having a Forge World model that is painted? Does a status automatically attach to that, to where people are thinking we need to do this so that we can have models on the table that are awesome? Another topic I'll mention is with the again with 40k and the Primarchs. Chaos, as far as I'm aware, currently have two Primarchs that have been released. 40k Imperium has one Primarch that has been released. Personally, I would love to see another Primarch released for the Loyalist Imperium, just for the balance side of the game. I think that you have to remember, and somebody else in internet world out here said this, so I'm not trying to steal an idea, but it just popped in my head. Remember, the Primarchs were kind of like demigods, and then the ones that turned traitor got enhanced got enhanced by the Chaos Gods. So you went from demigod to something a little bit better than demigod, because if you put, for example, Mortarion up against the current version of Guilliman right now, in a one-on-one fight, Guilliman's not going to beat Mortarion. It's not going to happen. I don't know that he could take Magnus down by himself, just because of the way that the buffs and everything else have worked and the synergies within those armies. Guilliman was put in to fill a role of actually synergizing with the way Space Marines, Codex Space Marines play, in being very tactical, very shooty, very rerolls on hits and wounds. So the real question becomes, do you think there's a balance issue if the next Primarch that are released is not a Loyalist Primarch? Because, right now the rumor is that the Lion's going to come back first. I would love to see him come back. There's been people have a pipe dream that, the Sanguinius is going to return. And let's be honest, guys. If Sanguinius comes back, it totally blows away 99% of the fluff that is out there for Blood Angels and most of the Marines. He is confirmed dead. He is the only one that I've seen that has been confirmed as dead. The rest are missing or lost in the warp, like Lehman Russ went off into the warp on a great hunt. Personally, I think they should leave Sanguinius dead. Bring back some of the other Primarchs. Bring back the Lion. Bring back Lehman Russ. I would even be fine if they brought back the Imperial Fist Primarch, whose name escapes my immediate memory. Dorn, maybe? That sounds right. My fluff is a little rusty with 40k, but unfortunately, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they need to bring back, for 40k to balance itself out a little bit more with the Imperium and Chaos. In my opinion, the next Primarch that comes back needs to counter, or at least be a boon to what Guilliman already does. Like, Lehman Russ was a Space Wolf Primarch, obviously, and he's all about combat. He's all about getting up there and beating their faces in. Guilliman is more of a statesman and a tactician. He's not designed, really. He can go up and fight, but that's not his forte. The Lion, I think, is kind of a cross between the two of them, from what I understand. So the Lion or Lehman Russ coming back, I think, would be good. I don't know that they're going to do that. I don't know that any other Primarchs are coming out this year, because generally we've seen some leaks somewhere, because Games Workshop leaks like a sieve. There should have been a leak somewhere in that system to allow us to see that it's coming, so that we can have time to prepare for it and get everything set up. However, we haven't seen that, so we don't know. I would love to see just a batch of, okay, these 2 Primarchs are coming out. They were going to do a Chaos Primarch, and then we're going to stop with the Primarchs for a little while. We're just going to see what happens, because for balance and everything else, I'd like to see that happen. What do y'all think? Do y'all think we need more Primarchs? Do you think that people should just accept that their Primarch isn't coming back and that they're just going to have to move on? What do y'all think? Put your comments in the section down below and let me know. At any rate, I've rambled on for about 10-12 minutes here. If y'all have questions, comments, concerns, please remember to put them in the comments section below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see y'all in the next video.